everybody, and welcome to the channel. In today's video, I'd like to share with you my personal method for starting a successful hard mode farm in Farming Simulator 15. I'm going to be using the Sosnovka map today, but this method will work on the other in-game maps as well, Westbridge Hills and Bjorn Holm. However, in Bjorn Holm, the method needs a little bit of tweaking, and I plan to make a video just like this on both maps. That way you can follow along and apply the method to whichever map that you enjoy playing the most. So one of the reasons why I'm talking to you from the loading screen is because while we're laying out the details here, I didn't want my money ticking away. So without further ado, let's get started. Okay, so excuse me. One of the most common things that a lot of people will tell you to do is sell off all the equipment. And that's exactly what we're going to do as our first step when starting this farm. We're going to sell everything. Now, you can, before you sell off the harvester, you can, and the tractor and trailer, of course, you can harvest this wheat and put it in your silo and save it, and then later on when you have the cash in your pocket, you can purchase another trailer again and sell it when the price goes up. But I personally don't bother with that because I can harvest it later, because we're going to be buying more efficient and more modern equipment, and you'll have plenty of opportunity to take care of this later. So I am going to go ahead and sell all the equipment off camera, but for those that are new to the game, I'll sell off the harvester now because I'd like to show you a little shortcut that you can take. When I'm on the main farm, I pretty much drive this way with all my vehicles because when you're playing in online mode, there's no traffic. But when you're playing in the local or campaign mode, there's traffic, and the header is quite wide, and you start banging into the cars, and you can get stuck on the side of the bridge. So I just like to go this way. So I'll show you this little shortcut. Now I usually drive with the in-cab view, but for the sake of this video, because I want you to see where I'm going, I'll stay outside. And I'd like to take this opportunity, while we're driving along here, to tell you a little bit more about, what I'm planning for the future of this channel. I'm currently on PlayStation 4, and I use a Logitech G29 steering wheel and pedals. I am in the works with regards to getting a PC gaming platform started, so I'm really excited and looking forward to that. I'd like to bring you guys some great Farming Simulator modded maps and showcase some modded equipment. And I'd also like to bring you some other titles. I really like Spin Tires. I like the look of that game. I'd like to play Spin Tires. I'd like to play Euro Truck Simulator 2. And I'm really salivating for American Truck Simulator. So when that comes out, I'd like to purchase that. So any other titles, that any of you would like to see, please do put it down in the comments section, and we'll take a look into getting that. So I do try to play as realistic as possible. There's just some situations in the game where you can't. One of the things that I find, inconvenient with driving these vehicles in cab is the mirrors. You can't adjust the mirrors. So, that makes, backing up, certain equipment a bit more challenging, and, operating it efficiently a bit more challenging. So you have to peek outside now and then. But other than that, I try to, play as realistic as I can within my scope of knowledge. I'm open to constructive criticism and tips and suggestions. So, please feel free to, leave your advice down in the comments section. Okay, so we're coming up on the dealership here. I strongly advise all of you to sell off all your equipment at the dealership. The reason being, for those who are new to the game, that you get 20% more when you sell off all your equipment or any piece of equipment, at any point in the game at the dealership. You get, 20% increase. So you profit by, bringing it down yourself. So you can, let's see, you can sell it if you open the store. On PlayStation, you push the triangle button. And then you hit garage, triangle button again. Now this is, you could sell it all through this menu. But you pay for this convenience, and they penalize you 20%. So, and as it is, the equipment is already worth half the original purchase value. So you want to get that extra 20%. So don't let the dealership come and pick it up at your farm, because they're going to cheat you out of your money. Hey, 21,600 for the header, 113,004 for the harvester. Okay, so that's our first sale. I'm going to go ahead and complete the other ones off cam, and I'll get back to you in a minute with the next step. Okay, so I've sold off all the equipment, and here we are with our clean blank slate. So it's time to start purchasing our new stuff. So one of the first things I'm going to get is the New Holland T160 tractor, and that's because, well, it's the most powerful tractor with a front loading attachment. There's a couple other ones that have front loading attachments, but these, very low horsepower, 114 horsepower, it's not going to fit with what we're doing here. So I'm going to purchase this guy. Then, of course, we're going to have to go down and get the loading arm. Now, both of these are exactly the same. It's just a color preference. This matches the New Holland. This goes for the Stayer tractor, color coordinated, but you do what you like. So we're going to purchase this one, and then we're going to purchase the log fork. Now, for those of you who already think you know where I'm going with this, don't throw your hands up just yet. Trust me, you're going to like this. At least I think you will. We're also going to purchase the pallet fork, because we're going to need it to move pallets. So we got those two. Then we're going to purchase, now they just came out, I don't like this little trailer. As we're scrolling through here, I'm just going to tell you, it's not a little trailer, it's a huge trailer. I don't like it because everything seems to slide on this. It doesn't seem to have any locking script. So I avoid that one. And I suggest that you do the same. We just got the mod pack for free. The winners of the Farming Simulator mod contest, Giant Software put together a little add-on pack, so I did download that. So I like this trailer here, even though it has, the front axle is a dolly axle, which means that when you go to back it up, it kind of swerves and hulas and does whatever it wants. It's very challenging to back up, but it's small enough, and for what we're going to use it for, we don't really have to back it up at all. You can always swing it around, moving forward, to get it to where you want it. So I'm going to purchase that one. Okay, and then I'm going to go over to our lumber. I'm going to purchase the stump grinder, 5,000. Okay. Going to purchase a chainsaw. All three are identical. It's just your preference of manufacturer. I like bright colors. I like orange. I like yellow. So I'm going to get McCullough today. Get that guy. Okay, so let me look in the garage, take a quick look here and make sure that we got everything we need. So we got our transportation stuff to haul our pallets, chainsaw, stump grinder to grind stumps. I think we're good. Okay, so I'm going to get all this stuff moved down to the yard. I'll line it up pretty to show you, and then we'll get started. Okay, so I've moved everything down to the lumber yard, and for those, again, who are new to the game, the lumber yard is down in the lower left-hand corner of the map. You'll see the little green blinking icon. That's me. And we started out up at the main farm, which is near fields 14 and 19, which are lit up in green. So here we are. I did have a bonehead moment. One piece of equipment that I did not tell you to buy was the sapling tree planter, which is pretty much the key piece of equipment to doing this. So there it is in the store. Go over to Forestry, and it's right there, $26,000. So please do pick up that piece of equipment. Okay, so another thing, whether you're picking the equipment up from the dealership or if you spawn it back to your main farm and pick it up from there, it all depends on what level of realism you like to play. You know, those who are hardcore, you know, they'll take each piece of equipment from the dealership. I just pretend that the dealership delivers it to my main yard. But to transport it all, so you only have to, you're going to have to make two trips. You're going to make one trip with the tractor and all this, and another trip for the tree planter, because you can put the stump grinder, if you turn it up on end, you take your pallet fork and pick it up near the top, and you can load it right on your trailer, and then drop your pallet fork on there, and then, you know, that'll save you a trip. Another nice feature about this trailer is that it seems to have a partial locking script. So basically, whatever you put on this trailer, you know, it seems to hold it down a bit. Things can still move around a little bit if you drive terribly crazy, but I have yet to lose anything off of this trailer. But, you know, like I said, if you're going to go, you know, barreling through the tundra over here, going, you know, bouncing up all over the hills, yeah, you're going to lose your stuff. But, you know, if you just, you know, drive normally, you know, you should be just fine. So that's that. So basically, this is the method. The first thing you're going to do is grab out your chainsaw, and we're gonna clear away all the existing trees. And that's important because, as you see, we have $9,870 left. In order to grow the saplings, you're going to speed up time for 11 days. So it's going to cost you about $25,000 in maintenance and loan fees over the course of that time. So these trees here are going to provide that extra income to protect you, you know, from going bankrupt to do this. Now, once you get all these sold, and I do these over here as well, I cut them down, I strip them of their foliage, and then I push them on over near the sale point, and then I cut the little limbs off, throw them in, and then the main trunk, you know, you get a better chunk of money for. You can also harvest the trees around, there's another logging area called the sawmill. It's up in the top right-hand corner of the map, above the grain village grain elevator. There's pine trees around there. You know, you can cut them down and, you know, sell those. And you can also plant saplings up and around there. The only thing to be aware of up there is you will not have the benefit of doubling your money with this train handle. But it's still extra money, you know, because you're doing all this And so you can certainly you know benefit if, since you're speeding up time for 11 days, go ahead and plant some up there if you like. However, you can fit in this area, in this large field, once it's cleared, and over in this little area here, and then I go about 2 rows of trees over here. You could put 2 more small rows here, and then another couple over here. So this entire area, you can plant 200 sapling trees. And you can harvest these relatively quickly. Now, what you're going to get for 200 sapling trees is you're going to make about $1,934,800, provided that you cut them into 7-meter pieces. Another map I have, the Scorpion King tree harvester, and I went through all the settings for the logging, for the log lengths. I started from 1 meter right up to 8 meters, and believe it or not, the 7-meter cut setting is the best payout. So you're going to get $4,837 per tree, and then the train is going to give you, it's going to double the money, so you'll get $9,674 per tree with the train, and then you multiply that times 200, and you're going to get 1.9 million and change. So being that we can't afford the Scorpion right now, I try to just mimic that and try to do my best guess and cut it into 4 good sections. But I do it over here, as I said before. That way you could just shove it right in there. So basically that's about it. So as you see, you're still going to put some elbow grease into this, and you're going to spend some time with it. But as far as logging goes, a lot of people, if you look in the center of the map, you see all those trees. A lot of people, they'll invest in, all this equipment, and they'll go and they'll harvest all those trees out of there. And then you got to truck them on down here to the lumber yard or over to the mill pond. And you don't get paid as much for these in-game trees as you do from the fully grown sapling trees. So, and like I said, you can cut these down, and then you can go into the placeable menu, and you can, place these trees again. But look, you're paying $7,000 for each tree. So that, cuts into your profits quite a bit. And you're not going to get paid as much for them. So this is what I found to be the best method to get started, is planting and harvesting the trees around the perimeter of the lumber yard. I will be making another tutorial video on how to plant and grow and harvest the sapling trees, so that hopefully will help you along there. And if you have any questions, please feel free to ask them down in the comments section. I'm happy to answer any and all questions. I do broadcast on Twitch also. Do live broadcasts on Twitch and live stream on YouTube. So, keep an eye out for me there, and feel free to, ask anything you like. So again, I hope you've enjoyed this video. I hope it's going to help you achieve your goals for a successful farm. And please feel free to follow me on Facebook and post some of your pictures. Love to see them. So I hope you all will stick around and join me for some additional great content and tutorials and some Let's Plays. I also plan to host some multiplayer sessions, both on the PlayStation 4 system, and once I get up and rolling with the PC, I'd like to do some multiplayer sessions there, because I love to play with you guys. So take care. I wish you all the best. Good luck.